forgive me for not really touching on a lot, but I will say this. When I think of me being me, when I think of Easter, Passover, this time of year for for us who celebrate it, I feel like, and I don't know if it's still on TV or not, but the 10 Commandments from the 50s. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
I've heard of it.
Okay.
With
Okay.
The director of also directed the original one from like the 20s or 30s.
Oh
Is the original director?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he directed both versions.
Wow. Well, because he was alive back then. I will say this. The runtime of this movie is what, like 5 hours?
It's one of the longest movies, right?
I want to see. Let me just see, like full length.
3 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh,
Is it 3 hours and 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, it says it right there. Duh. Sorry. That's a long movie. That is like longer than Avatar: The Way of Water.
Yeah.
I mean, for those who are like, oh my God, Avatar was so long. 10 Commandments is 3 hours and 40. Well, you got to think about it back in the day, though. Back in the day, movies were typically really long as it was.
right.
Well, this was an epic.
Yes, absolutely.
Epics were popular back then.
I'm kind of wondering if they did the 10 Commandments again, could they make this into like a mini series?
That's a good
They
question.
could.
And who would want this?
Miniseries.
They could. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you got to put 3 hours and 40 minutes. You could probably split that
Into like two.
and expand onto it and do like a 5-episode miniseries.
Yeah. I make each episode 5 hours. You can make each episode 5 hours and call it a day, Seriously, think about it.
And it would
They usually show this movie like the night before Easter.
Yeah, so guess what I'm doing Saturday night?
Well, no, they're not showing it this year.
Oh, they're not?
They aren't?
No, they showed it last week, which is weird.
That's weird. But anyways, I mean, I don't have too much to say on it. As far as like movies go, though, I mean, just talking about the length of movies back then. Like, I mean, just want to highlight Lawrence of Arabia for a second. That's a long movie too. Let's be real. Or like Cleopatra. Like you'd sit in the theater for like 3 hours and be like, wow, I just killed 3 hours of my day.
Is it a good I killed 3 hours of my day, or
it depends on what it is. I mean, with Avatar, you're kind of wasting your money a little bit for like Way of Water Part 2 or whatever it's called. That's gonna come out soon. But I jokingly say that though, because I mean back then they made movies really long. I mean, how long was Ben-Hur, Justin?
Oh Jesus!
I mean, that was in the 50s.
Yeah, that's a long one.
I just want to look it up really quick. Anything else for the 10 Commandments really quick or no?
what do you guys think is better, 10 Commandments or Prince of Egypt?
Oh, Prince of Egypt, hands down.
And so 10 Commandments is longer than Ben-Hur because Ben-Hur was 3 hours and 27 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Prince of Egypt. I think that was better. Because, like I said, though 10 Commandments looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said, Prince of Egypt, they don't. What I think is so good about it is they don't dumb it down. Like, okay, maybe compared to 10 Commandments, they dumb it down, but they show the death of the firstborn.
Yeah.
They show Ramesses' son dying. I feel like Prince of Egypt is more of a human level.
I would say so. I agree with that.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay.
Alrighty.
Anyone else anything else pass over we talk about?
Anything else for 10 Commandments before we go on to someone else?
I'm ready to hear what Bill has.
Okay, since we're still on Passover. What's so funny, Justin?
It's basically all been stories of the Exodus.
It really has been.
Isn't that what Passover is?
Yes, but still, we don't go over Christmas specials and only talk about the nativity.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I'm
Okay.
just pointing out a fact.
Well, then what movies have talks about, about the whole, well,
Well, you know what? Like the thing is, and this is an interesting point. And I'm not bringing religion into this, Justin.
He's bringing religion into this.
he always does.
Always.
He finds a way. He always finds a way.
No, but I was actually reading a article recently from America Magazine, which is a Jesuit Catholic magazine. And they were talking about how Easter is more important than Christmas. But you know what? It kind of brings up an interesting point. Easter and Christmas are both religious holidays.
Mm-hmm.
But once you think about it, Christmas has become more secularized than Easter has.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of, they both have been pagans. They are both pagan holidays before the Christians took it over.
But Christmas, you have Santa Claus and the tree and Rudolph and Frosty. When Easter, you have the Easter Bunny, and that's it.
Right.
And peeps.
Okay, peeps are kind of gross. I'm going to admit it.
Damn you! How dare you say that?
Who doesn't love a
horrible,
peep?
but
I'm just kidding.
I would take jelly beans over peeps. I love jelly beans.